hang on, wait.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Okay, ready? Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay.
5 things powered by electricity.
Cars, lights, computers, TVs, phones.
Nice. You had time to spare there.
5 dinosaurs that were herbivores.
Ankylosaurus, Brontosaurus, Allosaurus, Stegosaurus. Oh man, I needed one more.
Diplodocus.
All I could think was Steven Spielberg and like Jeff Goldblum in like Jurassic Park. That's all that was in my head. I just kept seeing him with no shirt on, leaning on that. You know.
Oh my God, me too.
5 things you might find in a science center lost and found.
Hats, mitts, umbrellas, soothers, and cell phones.
Nice. Yeah. I think I found a hearing aid one time. Which was odd because I feel like you would know as soon as that was missing.
Yeah. 5 things in the solar system other than planets.
Meteors, comets, stars, God!
Like the space station, satellites, human things, space junk, millionaires.
Arguable.
We're really good at this.
Did you see, there's a little bit of...
Yeah, like that? Yeah, a little something, Welcome, bienvenue, Ani, everyone. It is such an honor to be here with you tonight. We have such a fun event planned for you. The CASC team have been so hard at work making sure everything runs smoothly, that we not only get the chance to recognize some outstanding contributions from across our amazing country, but we're going to have some fun while we do it. Pour ceux d'entre vous qui préfèrent écouter ce soir en français, veuillez utiliser le bouton d'interprétation en bas de votre écran pour écouter en français en direct. Guys, it is so amazing to see so many friends and colleagues from near and far joining today to celebrate the incredible people, programs, and exhibits from all across the CASC network. My name is Ashley LaRose, and I am joining you today from the traditional territory of the Atseknekshing Anishinaabeg in Sudbury, Ontario, where I'm the Director of Development at Science North, and a proud member, of course, of the Canadian Association of Science Centres. I'm actually joining you tonight from our exhibit hall here at Science North, where we're currently hosting the Indigenous Ingenuity exhibition created by the Montreal Science Centre. So a great Canadian connection here tonight. As we gather here, it's so important to take a moment to reflect on our role, both individual and collective, in our commitment to address truth and reconciliation. Join us over in the chat box and share which traditional territory you are joining from today. And if you're not sure, that's okay. We've dropped a link in the chat to help you find out. Take this moment to thank and acknowledge the Indigenous peoples of your area, the First Nations, Métis, Inuit. Take the time to pay respect to their traditions, their ways of knowing, and acknowledge their many contributions to innovations in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Next week, from September 27th to October 1st, is Truth and Reconciliation Week, with the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation taking place on September 30th. This day is an important step in the reconciliation process. It provides an opportunity to recognize and commemorate the tragic history and ongoing legacy of residential schools, and to honor their survivors, their families, and their communities. And now I'll pass it over to my co-MC for the evening. Take it away, Anthony.
Thank you so much, Ashley, and good evening, everyone. My name is Anthony Morgan, and I will be co-hosting with Ashley. I am here in Toronto, Ontario, on the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe. I practiced this so many times. Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, Huron-Wendat, and the Mississaugas of New Credit First Nation. I am also the founder of Science Everywhere, which is a media and events organization that produces all kinds of social tools for better thinking. And we have a mission to make science as accessible and creative and fun as possible. I want it to be fun. And speaking of fun, we have lots of it here for you tonight. But before we get into that, though, I'd like to cover just a couple of housekeeping notes for you. First, to honor a sense of connection and celebration, we choose to host this year's event on Zoom so that you could all join us from wherever you are. It makes this one of the easiest events you've ever been able to attend, as we'll take care of what happens on your screen while you're watching tonight. So your only job is just sit back, relax, have a sip of your wine, and have a great time. And while you're at it, we encourage you to use the chat function and the reaction buttons at the bottom of your screen. You can chat to everyone or even individuals, send a thumbs up or a congratulations, whatever you're feeling. Just, do you. If you happen to be experiencing any technical difficulties tonight, simply private message CASC Tech Support, and they'd be more than happy to help you. And because we want to make sure that you're all ready to enjoy the evening, this evening, it really is about all of you. And I see a bunch of faces that I recognize, and I'm so excited to see all of you here. This night is all about all of you here. And all of our speakers tonight, special guests and entertainment, is being brought to you by CASC members this hour, who all brought a bit of their love and passion, not only for the work we do, but for fun and play. So I'm excited to get going. I don't know about you, Ashley. I'm excited to officially start this evening. I'd like to introduce Sandra Corbet, President of the Canadian Association of Science Centres, to say a few words on behalf of the association and the board of directors. Sandra?
Thank you for the introduction. Merci de m'avoir présenté. I'm joining you from my home in Clarence Creek, Ontario, situated on the traditional unceded, unsurrendered territory of the Algonquin, Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, Huron-Wendat, and Kanien'kehá:ka people. I'm grateful for their stewardship of this land where I am a settler. Our vision at CASC is for Canada to have a thriving science and innovation culture of engaged citizens. We do this by empowering our network, all of you, to champion science and innovation and make it approachable, relevant, and accessible. On behalf of CASC and our board of directors, we're honored that you're taking this time together to celebrate the work that this sector has done over the past year and to acknowledge the collective leadership of our sector in facing the COVID-19 pandemic. We are science champions, resilient, compassionate, innovative, and collaborative. Nous sommes des champions de la science, résilients, compatissants, innovants, et collaboratifs. Look no further than this week's efforts during Science Literacy Week, where 20 CASC members have come together to engage teachers and students across Canada through our online virtual sessions. Week of Wonder, La Semaine des Merveilles. Or to the ongoing Science Up First initiative, which aims to tackle online science misinformation through posts that have been seen over 14.5 million times across our social media accounts since it launched in January. And now looking ahead to a new initiative that CASC is thrilled to be a part of called Gen Action that will engage over 200,000 youth across Canada to increase their understanding of climate change science, empower them to take action on climate change, and inspire them to become leaders in climate action now and into the future. This exciting initiative is led by Discovery Centre in partnership with CASC, Science North, and the Exploration Place. As part of this project, CASC will help flow through $3 million to CASC member institutions with a granting program. The funds will support diverse, hands-on and locally relevant activities such as camps, outreach activities, and school visits. Stay tuned to learn more about the Gen Action movement at the end of this show. Speaking of new developments, now I'd like to invite our guest speaker, Teresa Marquez, who will talk more about exciting news related to Canadian innovation landscape. On behalf of CASC and the board of directors, I'd like to thank the Rideau Hall Foundation for their support of our Cascade event this year and for their ongoing work in promoting innovation by leading Canada Innovation Week and a new initiative that Teresa will tell us more about. Teresa is the president and CEO of the Rideau Hall Foundation. The foundation works to foster a culture of innovation by celebrating Canadian accomplishments and inspiring the next generation of innovators. Teresa is an accomplished fundraising executive with extensive experience leading development teams in healthcare and post-secondary education sectors. On behalf of CASC and our board of directors, merci. Thank you. Teresa, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Sandra, for that kind introduction. As many of you know, the Rideau Hall Foundation was established in 2012 by the Right Honourable David Johnston. Our purpose is to mobilize ideas, people, and resources across the country to help realize our shared potential. The RHF serves to shine a light on Canadian excellence while working to create the conditions for all to succeed and contribute to their fullest. For that reason, I'm so pleased to be able to participate in this ceremony to honor the people and institutions that are working so hard to ensure that a culture of science and innovation thrives in Canada. Collectively, it is your programming that provides the sparks that will ignite and nurture the future of innovation today and tomorrow. Essentiellement, j'estime qu'il y a eu un changement dans la façon dont nous pensons à l'innovation. Avant la pandémie, je dirais que lorsqu'on questionnait les gens au sujet d'innovation, nombre d'entre eux mentionnaient principalement les grandes percées en sciences, en technologie, en soins de santé, le genre d'innovation qui fait les grands titres de l'actualité. In our current environment, however, The concept of innovation has moved closer to home. We have seen innovation in how we manage our day-to-day lives, how we interact within our communities, and how we navigate our work. When they had to close, science centers shifted their programming online. You innovated. When we could no longer gather in person, we shifted how we connected and communicated. We innovated. Out of necessity, we changed how we did things in order to continue to have the desired impact. Little everyday innovations. The Rita Hall Foundation's third Culture of Innovation survey was in the field in the winter of 2021, at a time when the second wave of the pandemic was ebbing and before the third wave began. At a time when our everyday innovations had become almost second nature. At a time when many were marveling at the speed with which vaccines became available. At a time when we were thinking about what a post-pandemic Canada and world would look like. It is heartening to report that when asked about innovation, almost half of respondents said they wanted innovation to drive economic growth. This was up 5 percentage points from the previous year. Many saw innovation as an engine for the common good, fueling not only our economic recovery, but also healthier people and a cleaner environment. And more than half of respondents said that they themselves had innovated in some way in their everyday lives. How do we build on this momentum? How do we ensure that Canadians, particularly young Canadians, continue to value innovation and continue to see themselves as innovators? And most importantly, how do we do that to make sure that no one is left behind when it comes to innovation? One thing that we could do more of and do better is sharing stories about Canadian innovators and innovation. Our survey showed that almost half of respondents said they don't hear stories about innovation in the media or at school. This is a missed opportunity. As an example, over the past 10 years, the Arctic Inspiration Prize, Canada's largest prize program, has awarded 12 youth prizes. That's 12 stories of incredible youth innovation in fields like arts, health, science, climate change, culture, and sports that could be more widely shared to celebrate their work, but also to inspire other young people to look for ways to contribute to their own communities through innovation. We all know how powerful it is when someone, particularly a young person, reads or watches a story about someone who looks like them, who has made a breakthrough, big or small, in a field that they're interested in. There's an aha moment, that feeling of, if they can do it, why can't I? Pour assurer notre reprise et notre réussite à long terme en tant que pays, nous devons faire en sorte que chaque jeune ait la possibilité de se voir comme un innovateur. Nous devons atteindre les jeunes de communautés sous-représentées. Nous devons toucher ceux qui ne sont pas nécessairement les meilleurs dans leur classe, mais qui sont animés par une flamme qui ne demande qu'à être nourrie. Et au-delà du partage d'histoire, nous devons offrir des possibilités de mentorat et de financement à nos jeunes innovateurs. Launching next month, the Rita Hall Foundation's Ingenious Plus program is a contest for young innovators aged 18 to 14 that will provide the successful applicants with financial assistance as well as mentorship. I'm so excited to see the submissions we're going to receive from youth across the country. We're working in partnership with JA Canada on Ingenious Plus. Like so many of your past award winners, and like so many of the nominees tonight, JA Canada has a long history of helping young Canadians explore, learn, dream, and innovate. And isn't that what we're all working towards? Whether it's in science centers or in schools, whether it's as educators or communicators, as mentors or as funders. We have a greater impact when we work together, collaborate where we can, share what's working, and continually look for new ways to improve and engage. Nous dispensons des outils pour encourager l'innovation chez chaque Canadien, particulièrement chez nos jeunes. Nous avons la volonté d'innover nous-mêmes dans la façon dont nous abordons notre travail. Parce que l'échec n'est pas vraiment une option. Il est synonyme de potentiel inexploité et suppose que le Canada tire de l'arrière. Compte tenu des graves problèmes auxquels nous sommes confrontés aujourd'hui, crise sanitaire et climatique pour n'en citer que deux, le Canada se doit être un leader. I have to say that I'm optimistic for the future of innovation in Canada, particularly given the people and programs that are being honored here tonight. I want to congratulate everyone involved and to thank you each for your contributions to building Canada's culture of innovation and for all that you do. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you, merci, miigwech, Sandra and Teresa. We want to thank you all for joining us this year, and we certainly have innovated the way we connect not only with our audiences, but also with each other. This is the second time we've had the opportunity to present these awards virtually, and being able to bring everyone from coast to coast to coast in on the celebration is such a privilege. It's great to see everyone's faces. Speaking of that, I actually had the chance to welcome some unfamiliar faces into a get-together with some CASC members recently. Let's take a look. We're so thrilled that you've joined us for our first game show of the night. I'm Ashley LaRose, and I have a pathological fear of making left-hand turns in my car.
Hi everyone, my name is Josh, and I am coming to you from beautiful British Columbia here at Science World. Just a little under 3 years ago, I was down in LA to attend a taping of The Price is Right, and I actually won a trip to New Zealand.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Sarah Arsenault, je vous parle en direct de Montréal, au Québec. Je suis au Centre des sciences de Montréal. J'ai eu la chance de rapporter une roche lunaire de Houston jusqu'à Montréal dans une vieille boîte à lunch.
Now that we know a little bit about each other, it is going to be time to play So here's how we play the game. A mystery guest from science history will show up in our Zoom call. You have to come up with their name and one weird fact about them. Send that to me in a private message. I'll read them all along with the correct answer, and you guess which one is right. Ready to play? Let's invite our first mystery guest. Tabarouette. Wow. Mary got her intelligence by being struck by lightning. Mary believed that the sun had a lamb-like quality. Josette, seamstress for the first Everest expeditions. So Mary, or Josette?
She does have a Benjamin Franklin-like quality to her.
Je ne sais quoi.
J'aimerais que ce soit Josette, mais je pense effectivement que c'est Marie frappée par la foudre.
You are both correct. This is Mary Anning, and she was one of the first female paleontologists. But according to her family, her intelligence wasn't natural or born of curiosity. She was struck by lightning while watching a traveling circus. Ooh.
Ooh. Is he English? Is he French? Is he Spanish? Is he Russian? No, he can't be Russian.
Oh. Where do you guys come up with this? Martin developed the first prototype that would later become known as the French press. Tycho lost his nose in a math fight. Or Sebastian never did quite believe in Newton's apple.
Je pense que c'est Martin avec la presse française.
I'm gonna go for that person who didn't believe in Newton's apple.
In fact, this is Tycho Brahe, a 16th century astrologer. He lost his nose in a mathematical disagreement. Who doesn't want this guy at a party? Oliver had a penchant for pink nail polish. Guillaume accidentally participated in the Tour de France. Mathieu knew by heart the name of every person buried in the famous Père Lachaise cemetery.
He does have a very French debonair about him. He's the guy who knew all of the dead people in Père Lachaise.
Je Je pense qu'il a une vie secrète et c'est plutôt le vernis à ongles rose qui le passionne.
Sarah, point to you on that one. This is Oliver Heaviside. He was a brilliant mathematician. He also furnished his house with granite blocks, painted his nails pink, and spent days at a time consuming only milk. Michael, he created a helmet to allow people to see God. Sir Winston coined the term hoarder. Richard, professor who holds the Guinness World Record for the largest number of botany classes delivered.
On voit dans son œil qu'il a déjà dû voir Dieu.
He's a botany. He seems to be very botanical. So I'm going to go with, is it Richard?
This is Michael Persinger, a Canadian professor of psychology and neuroscience who was based here in Sudbury at Laurentian University, was known for his experimental work in paranormal experiences. Great mystery guest. He had terrific stories. What a way to wrap up a party. We hope that you guys had fun. We really appreciate you joining us here today. So thank you so much. And now back to our show.
That was awesome. That looked like a lot of fun. I really was pretty blown away by that Persinger guy. I mean, all of them being struck by lightning, having your nose cut off in a, wow. Just, that's gotta be the most interesting group to have a party with, like, in the universe.
I would say maybe second most interesting after this one.
Oh, yep, fair enough. Oh, very clever, very clever.
See what I did there?
I got what you did there. So since Ashley got the chance to kick off the games tonight, I get the honor of presenting our first award. The institutional awards are adjudicated by the CASCADE Awards jury. And this year, we're instructed to align with the overall project cost rather than operating budget of the institution type or project. Projects in each cost category can relate to temporary or traveling exhibition, new permanent exhibition or gallery, improvement of a permanent exhibition or gallery, multimedia or live presentation or planetarium show, or public engagement programs such as an on-site or outreach educational, interpretive, school visits, camp festivals, weekend events. There's more. There's more than that. There's a lot of stuff included in this one. And all institutional award winners exceeded the standards of science engagement practice in making science approachable, relevant, accessible, fun, and demonstrated a spirit of initiative, innovation, and creativity. Really above and beyond the Call of Duty, it's outstanding stuff. Our first institutional award tonight is for Category 4, $50,000 and under. And because we only had one finalist, let's get right to it. And the winner is, I really wanted to invest in this. Out of the Box New Year's Eve Saskatchewan Science Center. Congratulations. Out of the Box New Year's Eve is a distanced adaptation of the live family-friendly event that brought steam to a New Year's celebration all day long. Out of the Box was a combination of online content and an experience in a box with materials and instruction for over 4 hours. 4 hours! That's a good deal of entertaining education for kids 6 to 12. From coding kits to surprise loop, from the science show, sweet treats, and more, this program, it really brought New Year's to life with out-of-the-box thinking. Congratulations to the team at Saskatchewan Science Center. Give it up for them. Let's give it up for them.
I just want to say thank you to the entire Saskatchewan Science Center team for their just absolute, their hard work. Our out-of-the-box New Year's Eve experience was a complete team effort. It involved everyone from our CEO, Sandy, all the way down to our frontline staff. It involved everybody really jumping in, putting their full effort into a project, and really coming together with some really amazing ideas in a very, very difficult time. I want to give special shout outs to Jen Alarma, who cannot be here because I believe she's getting married this week, who did a lot of the work on our end to be able to make some of these things happen. I want to give a big thank you to Sandy Baumgartner for doing some fantastic work and allowing us to take this really creative idea and just running with it really, really far. And I want to say thank you to Ryan Halata, who is also here, for accepting that idea and making it something that just went into so many people's hands with such a skip in his step. So thank you so much to those individuals, as well as, like I said, the rest of the Saskatchewan Science Center team. It was a really awesome experience to be able to provide to people.
That is amazing. Huge congratulations and great work to the Saskatchewan Science Center. 4 hours of programming. That is incredible. What a value. Way to go. Our next institutional award is category 3, 50,000 to 250,000. And the finalists are CSM sur la route, Centre des Sciences de Montréal, Kids Spark Adventure Series, Ontario Science Center, and Innovate, the Science of New Ideas in New Brunswick from Science East. And the winner is Innovate, the Science of New Ideas in New Brunswick is a collection of 8 individual exhibits that showcase the wealth of recent work and innovation by companies, institutions, and individuals across the province from 8 different organizations, including the Joint Economic Development Initiative, a leading Indigenous organization dedicated to working with partners to foster Indigenous economic development in the province. An amazing way to bring New Brunswick together through science and technology. Huge congratulations to the team at Science East.
Thanks. It's always worth putting on a tie if you're going to win. So yay for that. It's always really an honor to get an award from your peers, from your colleagues, and be acknowledged that what you're doing is good. And sometimes when you're a small science center, especially a small science center on the East Coast, you forget about those things as well. So yeah, it's great that in a challenging year like this, we were able to do something that is going to have a lot of impact. The plan is for it to go on tour, but going on tour around in New Brunswick where nobody wants to do hands-on or have things come visit them just now has been challenging. So that hopefully means we'll be able to spin a few more years out of it as well. So thanks so much. We really, really appreciate this acknowledgement of what we're doing. Thanks.
Well, good things come in small packages and they are often worth the wait. So I am going to make it a personal goal of mine to travel out east and visit you in person. I can't wait. Thank you to the team at Science East and congratulations, it's well earned. Now, to give us a little time to celebrate our finalists and recipients, I want to take a little break. With all the amazing thinking and technology being put to work and friendly competition, I think we get along, but there's nothing wrong with a little bit of friendly competition. By all our nominees and finalists tonight, I was a little inspired to test out some myself. So check it out. Hello, everybody. We are so excited to have you here today. We are getting ready to play a game called Let's Meet Our Guests. First up, we've got...
My name's Darren. I'm calling in from the IMAX Theater at the TELUS World of Science Edmonton.
And I'm Christine, and I'm coming to you from Science World under the Dome in Vancouver.
And I'm Maura. I also work at TELUS World of Science Edmonton, and I'm coming to you from my basement.
And a lovely basement it is. It's going to be a scene, hopefully, of some intense competition. For those of you who don't know how to play this game, I'm going to show you a bunch of words on the screen, and when it's your turn, you can take your pick of any word you want and try to get the home robot to say that word. So, Maura, Christine, Darren, are you guys ready?
Ready.
Yes.
All right,
Sure.
Let's see our words for today. The words are beaker, data. Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to read these, right? You guys can all see these. So,
Yeah.
we're gonna do a toss-up. We'll decide who goes first by answering a science question. Which one has greater mass, protons or neutrons?
Neutrons.
Protons?
Yeah, I actually don't remember. I should have picked a question that I actually remember the answer to. Darren responded first.
The tall Muppet with the orange hair.
Beaker. Beaker has bulging eyes, a shock of red hair, and a drawbridge mouth which serves as a frown.
Okay, awesome. Well, congratulations. Point to Darren.
Let's go with Megalodon.
Well, you picked Megalodon? That was my worst nightmare when I was say that.
What is the name of a giant prehistoric shark?
The earliest megalodon fossils date to 20 million
Hey!
years.
Well done, well done.
I think it would have also been successful to reference Jason Statham, but yeah, I like your strategy as well. Very, very science.
What's the name of the Star Trek android?
Data. According to some information I found on Wikipedia.
Hey! Congratulations!
Wave your nerd flag high.
What is the third step of the scientific method?
The third step of the scientific method is developing a hypothesis.
Hey! Bravo, sir!
Well done,
Nicely
Darren.
done.
Junior high science coming back.
I know, yeah.
What's the earliest record of a Tyrannosaurus Rex?
The first skeleton of Tyrannosaurus rex was discovered in 1902 in Hell Creek, Montana, by the museum's famous fossil hunter Barnum.
What's another word for the burner on a stove?
Here are some synonyms: oven, range, charcoal burner, furnace, cooker, incinerator.
Incinerator?
I do sometimes incinerate when I cook.
What is the periodic table composed of?
The periodic table is a tabular array of the chemical elements organized by atomic number from the.
We really should have thought of that one.
Yeah. What did Benjamin Franklin discover?
Among his many creations were the lightning rod, glass harmonica, Franklin stove, bifocal glasses, and the flexible urinary catheter.
Wow.
Things I
I learned
today.
something there, though, about the catheter. I did not know
Flexible
that.
urinary catheter. I did not know that.
Like, we all learned a little something there.
I'm worried about the inflexible urinary catheter.
What is lightning made of?
The Lightning will be playing the Hurricanes on September 28th at 7 p.m. at PNC Arena.
What does solar power generate?
The solar panels on a solar generator capture energy from the sun and store that energy in a battery that is built into the generator.
Oh, that was such a good one!
I thought that
That's not right!
Thought you'd nailed it.
I've been worried about the rise of artificial intelligence because I watched the Terminator movies. And it seems like we've got a while. We've got some time before that comes in, so.
What are the basic building blocks of matter?
The basic building blocks that make up matter are called atoms.
Can you list the dwarf planets in the Kuiper Belt?
The Kuiper Belt is home to 3 objects identified as dwarf planets by the IAU: Pluto, Haumea, and Makemake.
Yes!
Maura, Christine, Darren, thank you all so much for playing. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
And now back to you. Or I guess back to me. I'm hosting the thing. And now back to you, Anthony. Thanks, Anthony. God, I love that guy.
What a cool guy.
What a handsome, charming, funny. I've overdone it.
We should get him on here. We should see if we can get him here. It's probably very expensive.
You know what I loved about that game is that every one of us are so like steeped in the science. Like all you had to do was ask what powers a light bulb. It would have been electricity, but we're all like, well, okay, the electricity flows through the wires, and we're gonna think about the flow and the like. We're just
Where does it come from?
But we would make an impressive trivia team. I'll say that much.
Absolutely. Amazing. Well, at this point, I feel like we should probably move on, announce a couple more winners. We've got more fun up our sleeves. And now it's time to move on to our next category. Our next institutional award is category 2, 250,000 to 1 million. Our finalists are Rallye des Rivières, CIO, and Science at Home, the virtual science center from Ontario Science Centre. And the winner is Rallye des Rivières. This is a recreational tourism program designed for families and friends to discover the history, heritage, flora, fauna, and secrets of the rivers of the Thousand Islands and the prairies. With 16 stops along the journey, participants choose their own adventure by bike, car, or motorbike with the program app to guide and inform them along their adventure. This sounds amazing. Thanks to this program, people can discover and enjoy the area as they have never seen it before. Félicitations à l'équipe CIO.
Merci beaucoup. Merci. Bonjour à tous les organisateurs et les finalistes. C'est avec beaucoup d'émotion que je reçois ce prix au nom de toute l'équipe. On est emballé par ce projet qui est devenu une réalité physique imaginée par nos pionniers fondateurs du CIO avec 16 bornes autour de l'île de Laval. C'est également devenu une réalité virtuelle conçue par l'équipe du CIO et plus particulièrement par Corinne Prince que vous voyez avec moi aujourd'hui. C'est notre directrice adjointe marketing qui a guidé notre concepteur d'application Idou Interactive et a conçu le contenu de l'application. Alors, bravo Corinne, merci beaucoup. Je tiens à remercier très chaleureusement le ministère des Affaires municipales, l'économie et l'innovation et la Ville de Laval, Tourisme Laval et nos administrateurs qui ont supporté financièrement ce projet. Alors, quand on l'a lancé en juin dernier, il a suscité beaucoup d'engouement de la part des familles en particulier. Elles ont découvert une activité extérieure qui est ludique, sécuritaire en temps de pandémie et instructive sur l'importance de préserver l'eau et les trésors de nos paysages. Alors, on sait que l'application a été téléchargée plus de 1600 fois et notre campagne de lancement a suscité plus de 8 300 000 impressions dans une vingtaine de médias nationaux. Donc, finalement, un grand merci aux organisateurs et membres du jury qui ont choisi notre projet. Félicitations aussi à tous les finalistes. Nous, les musées de sciences, on a un rôle primordial à jouer pour vulgariser et diffuser les connaissances scientifiques. Elles sont tellement nécessaires pour améliorer le comportement dans notre société. Alors, merci à tous. En terminant, je vous invite à venir visiter notre musée à Laval. Merci.
Thank you, and a huge congrats to the team at CIO. I gotta say, I got the chance to, yeah, congrats, you earned it. I got the chance to kind of scroll, yeah, cheers. All right. I got the chance to scroll through the participants list as you were speaking, and I gotta say, I'm so happy to be here with all of you, my Science Center family. It just makes me really happy. I'm going a little off script here, but I felt something, I wanted to say it. And it's part of what makes me so sad right now, because we are now down, well, sad and excited, because we are now at our final institutional award for the night. And it is the 1 million and over category. And the finalists are Explore, Centre de Sciences Montréal. I put on my best French accent for you today. And the Science of Guinness World Records Traveling Exhibition Science North. And the winner is... Explore, Centre de Sciences Montréal. Explore is a discovery experience of science and technology in a space filled with interactive experiences, designed to surprise and make people laugh. So obviously, very close to my own heart. With over 50 interactive displays in 1,000 square meters, it just doesn't get more condensed than that unless you go into like a black hole. This new permanent exhibition presents the major scientific and technological principles in a giant format. Big ideas with big success for the team and everyone who has the chance to see it matched. So, congratulations, Centre de Sciences Montréal.
Yeah! Merci, merci. Mais évidemment, félicitations aussi à Sciences Nord pour la nomination. On était, je pense, deux très bons finalistes dans cette catégorie-là. Merci au jury, évidemment, pour ce merveilleux prix. Et j'aimerais évidemment commencer tout d'abord en soulignant que les terres sur lesquelles je me trouve font partie d'un territoire ancestral qui a longtemps servi de lieu de vie, de rencontres et d'échanges entre les peuples autochtones. Je souhaite rendre hommage à ces peuples autochtones et à leurs descendants ce soir. Et ça va être un challenge pour nos traductrices. Je vais faire le discours bilingue. So the grand reopening of the Montreal Science Centre is taking place today. So we are very proud to receive this award on this day. But it is even more significant because we will finally be able to present this exhibition to our public who only had the chance to visit it for 16 weeks before we had to close. Connaître et comprendre les principes et les notions de base pour construire une culture scientifique diversifiée est au cœur de la mission du Centre des sciences de Montréal. L'exposition Explore s'affiche ainsi comme la fondation de notre institution et elle est le pilier à la visite. In the digital age, where knowledge is just a click away, learning the skills to manage all of your knowledge becomes as important as acquiring the knowledge itself. It goes without saying that the development of critical thinking is relevant more than ever. We are proud to help people develop this skill with our Explore exhibition. Explore est une exposition classique de centre de sciences où on découvre les grands principes scientifiques en expérimentant. Imaginée et réalisée à Montréal, elle a comme objectif de présenter des interactifs de classe mondiale. Pour ce faire, le Centre des sciences a collaboré avec TKNL, une entreprise chef de file en design d'exposition. Merci à toute l'équipe de TKNL de nous avoir accompagnés dans la réalisation de nos rêves de grandeur. But the design work first began with the collaboration of the best specialists, children. Obviously, that does not prevent the most creative visitors from sometimes surprising us in their enthusiastic use of certain interactives, as you know, dear colleagues from science centers. J'aimerais aussi envoyer un merci tout spécial à Maude Fred Côté-Leblanc, qui était chef développement et réalisation de cette exposition. Bravo à toute l'équipe, votre excellent travail et votre dévouement envers notre mission. Merci à notre directrice générale, Isabelle Dansereau, pour sa confiance. Merci Isabelle! Et merci finalement à la Fondation du Centre des sciences ainsi qu'à Ubisoft et Pratt & Whitney, nos partenaires pour cette exposition. Well done and thank you to the jury. Merci!
Congratulations! Yeah, cheers! Congratulations! God, isn't it just the best when you have an idea for an exhibit or some kind of interaction and the visitors surprise you and they make it like 10 times better. It's my favorite thing in the world when they surprise you. It's awesome. So thank you and congratulations to the team at Centre de Sciences Montréal. You really earned it and it's incredible to see. Now, all this talent in the room tonight doesn't always need a Cascade Award to be recognized, and not all talent can really be put into words for a submission. So Ashley and some CASC friends got together for a little talent show of their own. Let's take a look.
Hello, everyone, and bonjour. It is time for one more game. It is my pleasure to welcome our contestants. We hope that you are ready for lined up for this game. We have brand new contestants for you.
Hi, I'm Kate, and I'm here from TELUS World of Science Edmonton.
Hi, my name is Carlos Fernandez, and I'm with the Exploration Place here in Prince George, BC.
Hi, I'm Carrie Oki from Exhibits Development Group.
Hey, I'm Elias from Sept.
All right, here is how this plays out. I'm going to play a sound. You will take turns trying to recreate that sound with your mouth machine. Let's start with our first sound. All right, Carrie, over to you for your first imitation.
Boing. That was some good facial.
It was an immersive experience. This is my most favorite game.
Okay.
With some interpretation. I love it. Pew, pew, pew. Pew. Choo. Oh man. That was so amazing. And this game was one of my new favorites. I was not keeping track of points. Were any of you keeping points? You are all absolute winners for putting yourself out there. Thank you, merci, miigwech to you all for joining us today. Now, back over to Anthony for the rest of the show.
I gotta say, I don't know if I have ever heard a better impression of a duck from a human being. If I had my eyes closed and the audio up, I'd be convinced there was a duck in front of me. Like that was amazing.
Honestly, it was the faces, and they were such good sports. I'm still laughing. I have tears in my eyes. It was awesome.
I kind of find myself wondering, like, I know as I was watching that, I was trying to recreate all those sounds myself. Like I was doing the duck, I was doing that Tesla. I do a pretty good Tesla coil, not to brag. But I find myself wondering if anybody in the audience tonight feels as though they can do a pretty good duck, something that could compete with that one.
Come on.
Like 10 seconds, anybody wants to unmute and do their best duck?
See, if we were in person at this point of the evening, I think we would be getting some impressions. I think we've got some Zoom anxiety.
I knew we'd get one. Who was that? That was amazing. Oh man, it was just like Donald Duck.
Good job, Kathy.
That was awesome. Oh man, superstar. We need a new award category for next year.
Yeah, I agree. So, I love it.
So I guess we're about ready to announce our last Cascade Award recipients of the night. You feel like we're ready? Are you ready, Ashley?
It sounds good to me, Anthony. Again, you see what I did there?
Oh, I got it now. It took me a second, but I'm there with you now.
All right, folks, our final award category of the evening recognizes Outstanding Career Achievement. awarded to inspirational thought leaders who've made a significant long-term contribution to the Canadian Science Centre and Museum sector during their tenure of at least 15 years. It recognizes deep commitment to building a thriving science and innovation culture of engaged citizens. This year, the CASC Board of Directors would like to recognize 2 outstanding individuals. Our first recipient is Kathy Spencer, not just known for her duck calls. Kathy retired from the Ontario Science Centre in June of 2021 after nearly 40 years. During that time, she has worked in many roles, starting as a host, then science educator, then principal at the Ontario Science Centre Science School, the executive assistant to the CEO, and most recently as a project consultant in international sales, where she has vividly traveled the world to lead initiatives for sales projects and education programs. I can attest Kathy is known for her smile wherever she has traveled to. She is a true science communicator and champion. Her roll up her sleeves attitude, her love of learning, and her fun-loving personality make it easy to see her as a strong leader in our field. She has worked to connect, push boundaries, and innovate, and is a force of energy, excitement, and fun science learning. Warmest congratulations, Kathy.
Thank you. Am I supposed to say something? Thank you very, very much. Thank you to CASC. This is really quite lovely. It's hard to believe that next month, 40 years ago, I walked into the Science Centre for the very first time, and I totally did not know that it would become my lifetime career. I have met so many amazing people. I can't say that I am who I am by myself. There's so many people that are here right now that I have learned from. They've been my mentors, they've been my colleagues, they've been my friends. And I can't even imagine a life without this amazing world that we all live in, this Science Centre world, where all we do is love children, love families, love learning, love science, and it's in the most amazing package that we create here. I do have to say, though, that really this is, I can't even think about being awarded for doing something that I've loved for almost 40 years. And I do have to say a special thanks to the folks at the Ontario Science Centre, my friends and my colleagues, who every single day I walked in, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know who I would meet. I didn't know what a visitor would say, would do, but I did know that every single day I would learn. And I hope that in my retirement, that learning never ends. And I hope I still get to see all of you as well in the future. So thank you again so very, very much.
Yeah, Kathy, there's a lot of love for you as well. I mean, I don't know. For those who don't know, I cut my teeth at the Ontario Science Centre, and I had the privilege of working alongside Kathy. We actually participated together in a now buried television show called Canada Sings, in which we got to dress up in all kinds of crazy costumes and do a big dance on stage. And Kathy had the exact same playful spirit that she had all through her career, and that she had tonight making duck sounds. So, you know, it's been a pleasure getting to work alongside you. And I always imagined that I'm going to go back to the Science Centre at some point because I love that place. And I always imagined that I'd get to see folks like you there. And I'm really sad that we won't, but we will miss you, and we wish you all the best in your retirement.
Thanks so much, Anthony.
Yeah, thank you for your work. And now, before I start getting weepy, for our second recipient of the Outstanding Career Achievement Award. That winner is, pause for dramatic effect, Tracy Calaveras from the Exploration Place Museum and Science Center in Prince George, BC. Tracy has been with the Exploration Place since 1994, becoming CEO in 2003. In the entire history of the organization, there have been only 2 people at the helm. The workplace culture Tracy has worked hard to build and protect is largely unparalleled. Tracy received the Employee's First Award from Tourism BC in 2008, and the Award for Leadership in the Field Experience Leadership from ASTC in 2006. In 2019, the Exploration Place won the Chamber of Commerce Award for Top Workplace Culture. Tracy understands the importance of a workplace culture for employees to be productive, to feel supported and valued, and gives them the flexibility to creatively achieve their goals. Tracy is a leader in the areas of reconciliation, repatriation, and relationship building with Indigenous peoples. She has carefully and respectfully built a strong relationship of trust and friendship with Laidiltene Nation. I hope that I pronounced that properly. An example of how a regional institution can think, work with, and represent the First Nation on whose territory it's located. She has taught her team the absolute necessity of this work, and they move as a unified front in advancing truth and reconciliation. Tracy has served on many local, regional, provincial, national, international associations and committees, including the CASC Board of Directors, where she served as a board president from 2018 to 2020. She's a regular speaker at conferences, has been published frequently, and is the recipient of numerous distinguished awards throughout her career, including the Governor General History Award. So, and I say this from the bottom of my heart, congratulations, Tracy.
Wow, thank you. When you write it all down, I understand why I'm tired all the time. Thank you so much, you guys. I don't even really know what to say, which is unusual for me. I turned 50 the same time Ontario Science Centre did, and that I was there the year it opened, and I have continued to visit, and I really never expected to wind up running one of these incredible centers. And especially in the last couple of years, it's just been such an honor and a privilege to really see in real time how important the work is that we're all doing, that all of you are doing every day. And whether it's the Science Up First initiative, battling disinformation online, or just trying to keep our visitors entertained and engaged during a period of unprecedented change and quite frankly, fear. I think that science centers and museums are more relevant than ever and more important than ever. And to receive an award like this from all of you is the icing on the cake. So I'm thinking maybe now I get to retire. Is that what you're telling me? Thank you. Thank you to my team, and thank you to all of you. And congratulations to all of the award winners tonight.
Amazing work, Kathy and Tracy. And thank you, merci, miigwech, to you both for your dedication and commitment to science and engagement in Canada. When it comes to amazing work, we know there is so much more to come. Earlier in the show, Teresa spoke about the importance and value of innovation, how we continue to foster that in the next generation, share stories of success like the ones we shared here tonight.
To ensure our collective future success, we need to ensure that everyone has a chance to see themselves as innovators, to be inspired. And I think we were all a bit more inspired by the work shared tonight. I know I certainly was. And as Teresa said, we have a greater impact when we work together. And we're so glad that you were all able to come together with us tonight.
Thank you all for joining us, and to our entire network. Look at this amazing network that we have, for all of your contributions to STEAM in Canada and across the world. Huge thank you to my awesome, hilarious, fabulous co-host Anthony, and I hope you all have another amazing, healthy year of stories and successes.
And thank you, Ashley, for steering the ship with me tonight. You did a bang-up job.
My pleasure.
We want to leave you all tonight with a short video, and to hopefully inspire you to join the Gen Action mission in spreading that future thinking to your youth. Have a great night, everyone. We love you.
Dust off your super suits and get ready for Gen Action. It's here.
Dépoussiérez votre costume de super-héros et super-héroïne et préparez-vous à embarquer dans l'aventure Génération Action. Ça commence maintenant.
Let's unite to inspire youth across Canada to take climate action.
Unissons-nous pour motiver les gens de partout au Canada à passer à l'action pour le climat.
Combining our powers, Gen Action will reach over 200,000 youth, getting them to unleash their inner climate change hero to advance Canada's goal of net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2050.
En rehaussant nos forces avec Génération Action, nous rejoindrons plus de 200 000 gens. Et nous reverrons le héros, l'héroïne du climat qui sommeille en eux, elle et eux, pour aider le Canada à atteindre son objectif de zéro émission nette de gaz à effet de serre d'ici 2050.
Join the Gen Action movement by submitting a proposal with an initiative that will inspire youth to grab their capes and take action for climate change.
Joignez-vous au mouvement Génération Action en soumettant une proposition d'initiative qui motivera les gens à revêtir leur cape de héros et d'héroïnes et à passer à l'action pour lutter contre le changement climatique.
The Gen Action website is now live, with full mission details and proposal requirements.
Le site web Génération Action est maintenant en ligne, avec tous les détails sur la mission et les exigences relatives aux propositions.
Join the Gen Action movement today at www.genaction.ca.
Joignez-vous au mouvement Génération Action dès aujourd'hui. www.genaction.ca.
Do I need to shave for this?
So what do you think about this one?
Do it again. Do it again. This is going to be the one we'll have to do wrong.